What's going on, everybody? It's Gallups checking in here from one of the last days of 2021. Oh man, it's amazing. I know I said eventually I would get back to doing these year-end shout-outs and like recalls of my whole year and who's important in my life and throughout that. Yeah, it's been a while. It's like 29, 28, 20, 2013. So I'm getting back to it. I'm doing exactly what I said I'd do. So with that said, here nor there, first, foremost, obviously, my mom, my dad, my aunt Pep. I love you guys. Couldn't do any of this stuff without you guys. Always support me out throughout the years, everything I do, all my endeavors, whether they be smart or not smart. I always pull it off, right? But you also may notice I'm in my hallway. I'm actually was gonna film in my bedroom, but it was really noisy because of all the cars driving up and down the street because everyone wants to drive super fast on New Year's Eve. Anyway, but yeah, I'm here on New Year's Eve, so I actually have a little bit of a cough. Obviously, I got my vax and shotted and boosted and yada yada yada. And I only got a cough, but I wasn't able to actually get any tests like the test because everyone went out and got a bunch of them. So me being just trying to be a responsible person, just gonna stay at home, and that's gonna be that. And I can try and get my family sick because typically I'd be in Ohio, but I love you guys. We're gonna do a videos chat later. It'll be just fine. Plus, I already know how to count down from 10. So with that said, let's start off the year. Well, let's start off how my year went last year. So 2020, let's see here. January, I started off at the job. They wanted somebody to run second shift, so I decided, hey, I've never done a second shift job. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. It was absolutely super not bad. Different, which is different, but that's whatever. I mean, I made more money. Cool. Got to listen like good headphones and like play loud music and get my job done. It was pretty dope. So we had one of our best years at that job. So I'm not gonna say it was all me. I'm just gonna say, I'm just saying. I gonna say it was all me. I'm just saying I was on the magazine cover. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Shout out to everyone that made that happen. Also, February came along, so gotta give a shout out to John Allen Special, Halston, Justin, Rich, everybody out there. Like, just give me a shot at that. So they have a Mini Cooper. You guys may or may not know this. I have a Mini Cooper. I inquired about driving it at a Road Atlanta. They said, "Come on down. We'll give you a shot." Complete strangers to me. I actually had my good buddy Mo vouch for me. Said I was a good driver. Said I was a quick driver, which is really appreciative. No, coming from Mo, I really appreciate that coming from Mo. I do. I really do. Cause that boy fast, and he's strong too. But yeah, so they gave me a shot. Came on down. Went out to Atlanta, drove in the rain, the hail, the sleet, the snow. The race finished under red flag conditions. It was amazing, but we won. We pulled it off first in class, and I want to say it was like third overall. Amazing, amazing. So that was my first Champcar win, first official Champcar race, and first official Champcar win. So right off the bat, just like the Braves, baby. Anyway, let me stop. So then March came along. Did some more stuff. Let's see here. Went to Texas. Shout out to JoJo down in Texas. Shout out. You treated me well, treated me like a fam. Definitely appreciate that. The Texas connections. Also shout out to Paul. He decided to buy an RV down in Miami and then flew me to Miami to buy it. And I got the road trip back, which was amazing. It did smell a little, but it's okay. I did have a lot of life lessons along the way, and got to see Miami, which I ultimately fell in love with. So don't be surprised if I ever move to Miami because I might do it. I might do it. Um, then obviously April came along. I'm just hustling, grinding away at work. Obviously, still doing some stuff. But the Daytona race, the 14-hour race to Daytona, that same Mini Cooper team, John Allen Special, invited me back out to ride with those guys, ride with them, and it was also once again amazing. So I decided, since it was gonna be my birthday weekend, who else would I want there? My mom. Duh. So flew my mom out, got a hotel on the beachfront, so I just went to wake up on my birthday and just look out onto the beach, and then like realize I was exactly I was exactly at the moment in time and doing exactly the thing I needed to be doing, and that was just a phenomenal feeling. So I went into the race weekend super confident, super strong. I so skirt. Sorry, I had to interject here. And upon further review, I forgot to say I got to shout out my boy Kevin Tong. Shout out, because if Kevin wouldn't have invited me to Daytona with Triple R Motorsports with the E46 BMWs back in last December, and we went to Daytona, I would have definitely not known Daytona as well as I did this race, and subsequently probably not been able to win it in the night or in the rain, because that's what happened. But yeah, back to your regular schedule program. Definitely feel like I could have drove a little bit faster. Looking at the video, could have drove a little bit faster to get fastest time of the day. It's okay. But we definitely went out there. Slade did a lot of good stuff, and the rest of the team out there. I don't actually remember all the other drivers' names. And I really feel bad for that. So they never reached out to me on Instagram either. So if you're watching this, but no, just yeah, we went out. I think we got first. So we got first in class, and I think we got third overall once again. So that was, us just slaying once again. We were killing it. So that Mini Cooper, amazing. Cannot wait to drive it again, or as soon as we can. Come on, Justin, push it, push it, push it. I want to drive that thing soon. So birthday weekend. Let me just set it up for you. Birthday weekend, Daytona. My mom's there under the lights. I win my first Daytona race. I didn't get a Rolex, but next time I will. Nonetheless, though, but yeah, shout out to everyone out there. Big shout out to Jennifer Klein too. Thank you for hooking me up with all the links and stuff you hooked me up with on that. So just powerful words of just encouragement. So May comes along, and then I'm back, just kind of doing my own thing once again. Did Road America with Round 3 Racing. I was, of course, the crew reserve driver, and that was one of the first episodes of, if you guys been following my stuff now, so it was one of the first episodes of the TV show Motor Trend, and hopefully I'll be able to post those links coming up soon. But so that was amazing. So shout out to all the Motor Trend guys. Shout out to all the Round 3 Racing guys and gals out there. Shout out to Brad and Buzz, Mark. Obviously, you're my guy. Shout out to all my crew. I love you guys. Hope to see you guys soon. Obviously, because race season gonna be kicking up again. Killing it. We did a lot of good stuff out there for that Road America race. Then I was doing some more stuff with just GPS track time. Then I did some more stuff with, I want to say it was laps, and then I was just slaying. Like I was just going hard, running hard throughout all May. And then June, let's see here, June. Man, just everything. So going through, slaying some more stuff. I actually had no more real seat time like as for racing myself, but it was just more so just HPD stuff and obviously crew stuff too, and then extreme experience running through that. So then July came along, then that was GPS track time. Obviously, big shout out to Jimmy at GPS track time. My guy, you are killing it, and I know he's always such a humble guy. And man, I always think to myself, if I get reincarnated, I want to be reincarnated as like somebody as humble as Jimmy. Because man, to have as much talent as you do and be able to put people in the right places at all the right times and be able to pull off all the things you do, man, it's amazing. It really is. You have a true talent. And if I had like a tenth of your skill, wait, I don't, and I still talk a lot of smack. So it's all good. Love you, Jimmy. You're killing it, man. July pretty much flew by. Did a lot of stuff with that. Just working, playing, putting in a lot of overtime, actually. And then obviously Round 3 Racing. let's see here. Then we so I forgot to mention the actual name of the show. It's called The Drive Within. You guys can check it out on Motor Trend TV. It'll be coming up on the first of the year, by the way, too. Hopefully I'll be able to give somebody some links for it. They didn't give me any, so hopefully we'll be able to rewatch it, and it'll be really cool. It's a really good entertaining series. There's no drama actually added to it, so that's just how racing is. And no, you don't win all the time. I know I make it look easy when I just be out here just winning. I know it. It looks so easy. You just grab another gear and it's not how it goes. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of long nights, and a lot of tears, and money spent too. So yeah, and that doesn't matter who you are. So that's on the higher end or the lower end. June, July. So July, August. So August. Let's see here. I went home to Ohio, hung out. Obviously, good friend Push. Like, he was actually around town too. He got to drive my Volkswagen and give it the push test, which it didn't break. Thank you. So shout out Push. Shout out Anthony. Shout out Tony. Shout out Anthony. Shout out Tony. Original Jewtown members. Obviously, yo yo yo. Let's see here, man. Oh man. Sorry, I was actually getting a phone call. But I'm just gonna just splice the whole video to this. So I've been telling myself, I know I haven't released a whole lot of videos and stuff lately, and I kind of get focused on like the perfection of it all. And before, like a lot of my videos, if you guys would know me for forever, you know, I would just do it in one take, like do it live. And that's what I'm gonna try and get back to. So I've been I'm just gonna force myself to start putting out videos, put out content, 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 put out. Hey, stop. Anyway, but yeah, rewind back actually to the beginning of August. So I actually got an invite back. So other things that happened from Mike Murphy, from the Pilot Cup Series director, to come out to Road America and check it out and be able to walk the pit lane and be able to talk to teams and see what I was going to need to do to cultivate within myself to become a IMSA driver, which I'm sure you guys all know. That's all I talk about. That is my goal. That is my big, scary dream goal. And it is so scary and far away that, you know, sometimes it's scary, but you can't run from it. So if that's what you know you want and that's where you feel like you should be. So anyway, I got invited out to Road America with him, and it was great. And man, it was it was amazing. Got to see my my good friend Lonnie Gunter. She was out there racing, so it's really funny because like one weekend like I'm like working with her, and one weekend I'm like not. So that was cool, but also really cool to see her get to drive the Miata and like slay and do a whole lot of stuff out there. So really, obviously always proud of her. And I got to run into a lot of other good old friend teammates. Talked to my good old friend Mikey T Racing. So he's in TCR and he was out there slaying it too. So walking up and down the pit lane, just got to shake a lot of hands, talk to a lot of people, and it was really, really good. And just, man, it was just, I felt like I was starting to hit my stride. I'm like, okay, this is it. All right, this is it. I did, you know, so I definitely still feel good about myself. So later on, I actually, I believe somebody backed out of driving a Miata at Gingerman for one of the Champcar races. So I'm like, Miata, I could do that. I get the invite to do that. So shout out to, man, I always mess up their name, Syndicate Racing Development, because it's like super Syndicate Racing Development. So shout out to those guys, are amazing. I'm sorry for the weekend, but I'll tell you about that. So went out there, went out to Gingerman. Obviously, you guys know I drive Gingerman quite often, quite a lot. So it's not like I wasn't taking it seriously, but I do know I need to like take it down a notch because I know I've been off every corner at Gingerman. I've seen every corner at Gingerman at speed, so nothing really bothers me too much when something goes wild at Gingerman. And I do still have the night record there. Shout out to Gridlife, by the way. Shout out to Adam J. Anyway, so racing with those guys was a great time. The first day we did our practice runs and everything was good, and we showed a lot of pace. And I was like, oh, well, Miatas might be the answer. Like, this is kind of nice. I didn't really ever feel truly comfortable in the car, but that's just me coming from the front wheel drive world, like where you just fix it with throttle. Like, oh, just fix it with throttle, it's fine. Like, oh, turn, fix it with throttle. You know. And with Miata, it's a lot shorter wheelbase, so you gotta like play with that a little bit more. Obviously, I'm looking to do a little bit more. So the first day we showed a lot of good speed. The second day everything was good. I was actually gonna finish in the car. Everything was good. Blah blah. I think we were like fifth or sixth place in class. Nice and smooth. I was just putting in laps, putting in times, just trying to find my stride there. And unfortunately, I decided to maybe I was like trail braking, and typically I know I don't trail brake. I don't do that. I'm not a trail braker. I brake in a straight line, and if I do have to do any type of braking in the corner, it's left foot braking, and that's what front wheel drive. I'm not a trail breaker. So I was just trail braking in a 10 and got a little loose and kind of came around, and unfortunately another car made contact. I'm gonna say it like that because I mean, obviously I was lagging, so it's my fault. But whatever. It's racing, racing incidents. Things happen on the racetrack. If you're there, you're to blame, right? So that's what happened. Unfortunately, that ended our day and our weekend. So I felt so bad and so gutted about that. Like, but you know, a lot of people told me if you don't ever like spin or crash or wreck, you're probably not driving fast enough. I don't necessarily agree with that, but no, I definitely don't. Maybe I need to not drive that fast, but no, it's perfectly fine, and it's just one of those things. I had to take the knock with it, and it definitely hurt a little bit. Definitely, for sure. Definitely had a few shower beers, a few shower beers to cry that one off. And that was what it was. But I had to get back on the horse, and it was definitely an expensive weekend for myself. But definitely had to get back on the horse, get back on the grind, get everything back in line with that. So I'm ready to go. So I did some more instructing, did some more stuff after that. Everything was fine. Those guys really were understanding. I really appreciate them. They fixed the car and went out to, I want to say, pit race, and they won another 2 days in a row. And then after that, I believe they went to Barber and they won the first day, or maybe they blew the motor on the first day or something. Something happened, but they've just been slaying it either way. So shout out to those guys. Shout out to Tony. Shout out Peter Zhang, by the way, hooking me up with that. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And then after that, let's see here. August, September, so October. So after that, my good buddy Mark Inugrid, Mark Celica, as you guys will probably know him. That's the silver Celica with the rally headlights, or he's the data guy, Asian. Uh, he invited me to actually drive his car at Gridlife Midwest Fest, and I was like, maybe, because I was like, man, still kind of in my own feelings about what I could or could not do as a driver. I had to really think about that, and like okay, now I'm driving someone else's car. I need to be more cautious. Do I still have the speed? A whole lot of stuff goes through your mind as a driver if you after you already do something, or as any professional athlete, or any person that if you have something that doesn't go as planned. So I had to really just kind of get out of my own head with that. And I've just really trained hard every day, whether it be on the sim or in the gym. Sim or gym, ha! I'm gonna say that. Trained really hard on the sim and the gym, because I told him I just wanted to drive. I just want to go, I just want to do the best I very could, right? So I couldn't guarantee him any numbers or any podium spots or anything like that because, well, let's face it, the car was underpowered or whatever else for the class. And that's perfectly fine. And it's been a while since I've driven a Gridlife, so I might be an OG, but New Year, every New Year there's somebody new and they're doing something that's slaying, and it's amazing. And I didn't know how it would be welcome back either. It's like it's like when you go to like a different series and you come back like, hey guys, remember me? So, but everyone was super welcoming back and wide arms, and it definitely made me miss the times of the Integra and like concerts and stuff like that. It was amazing. So drove Mark's white Celica, and just definitely had some good times, good solid times on that, good solid pace, and was actually actually able to outpace quite a few cars that had considerable amounts more power and more aero than his car, and it was definitely a good time. So I'm really looking forward to the more development with that car this upcoming year. So hopefully you see us in the Wild Wild West. I'm just gonna let me stop. It was a little prelude to what I want to do this year. Anyway, so hopefully all that pans out. But yeah, definitely thank you to Mark. Thank you to Gridlife. Shout out to all my HTR homies. Our team HTR grew in the last year too. So I want to say we're 10 now. I want to say 10. HTR 10. We're 7 number 10. Yeah, something like, I don't know. I got only got 10 fingers. It's fine. That's all we got. It's fine. We all we got. So it's HTR. I don't want to say this on a public forum, but y'all know who y'all are. I love you guys. But yeah, we had a great time out there. Also got to see one half Outcast perform, Big Boy. It was amazing. So it definitely made me remember like why I loved Gridlife. It was really, really, really cool experience. But also they had a FPC Euro out there and they were driving their IMSA cars, and it definitely reminded me that like this is why you're doing this, my guy. You need more seat time. You need practice. You need drive. You need determination. You need to sound like The Rock, I guess. But you need all those things. And so that's what I'm just still been focusing on, obviously, too. So, unfortunately, that was my last true track day. I was behind the wheel. Something I could drive 10/10. But nonetheless, after that, I was able to do some more arrive and drive experiences with Extreme Experience. That was amazing. Got to fly all over, do a lot of things, back to Texas. Yeah, it was super cool. Like super duper cool. But got to do a lot of things. So Route Through Racing did some more stuff with that team. There's a lot of fueling, a lot of fueling, a lot of fueling. Fuel is heavy. But definitely got to hit my stride with that and just become my personal best in my mind as the personal best fueler I could be. So making sure those guys were able to, I think the series end is over, so you guys would already seen it. But yeah, so basically making sure every time I put fuel in the car, whether they were in contingency for the championship or not, it did not matter to me. I was going to fuel that car as fast as I could to make sure they were in and out of that pit stop so they could fight as hard as they could on the track. Because as a driver, you know how hard it is to make up a second per lap. It's if you're already in your groove and you try to make up a second, like you're trying to push off a second a lap, like man, like consistently again and again and again and again and again over all those tires, tire heat cycles and stuff. But if I could just be a proficient fueler and fuel the car like a second faster, or 2 seconds faster, or 3 seconds faster, or like I don't even talk about my competition. It's more than a few seconds faster than what I fuel the cars for. Let me just say that. That's whatever. But I was able to give all our teammates a way to basically fight and maybe not have to actually fight exactly on the track, but be able to win some stuff through pit strategy and in the pits. And I think ultimately, overall, we did prove that was the way to do it. Because racing is hard. You have to race somebody side by side. It's hard. Then they hit you sometimes. And that sucks. And then the crew has to fix it, and that sucks worse. But nonetheless, got to do a lot of those things. So I guess we're up to like November. So that was November. And then December came along. We went out to Coda with Round 3 Racing, and that was my last official thing I did with those guys, and that was cool. And now here I am sitting in my hallway, December 31st. But definitely got a lot of good stuff planned for next year. A lot of good things I want to make moves on, and I hope you guys are all with me. So Life is not short, life is fleeting, and it is fragile. So be kind to yourself, be kind to other people. You don't know what they're going through. Everybody has a different battle they're going through. Try and help people out when you can. Try to help them up. Try to pick them up. But on the racetrack, during the review, try and crush them. I said what I said. No, but yeah, try and be kind to everybody out there. It's really hard out here right now for a lot of people, whether it be financially or motivationally. A lot of people are just making different moves in their life, and they're gonna make it work. So you just want to help them make it work and not be a jerk. I don't know. I don't have a good ending for that one, but I love you guys. We made it this far. Love you very much. Obviously, big shout out Rob, aka Static63. You still a homie to me. Shout out Liz and Jake. Obviously, I stole this whole month by month playdown breakdown from you guys. So I really loved your Christmas card, by the way. Shout out to everybody else out there that loves me, and it's just all your messages do make it to me. I know I just be busy. I'll be here and there and here and there, here and there. And sometimes I don't always respond. And I hate that. That's a cop out. That's a cop out. I know it's a cop out. I feel it in my heart. It's a cop out. Because you take this tattoo off my hand that says Super King, take this shirt off, this gold, go off my neck, off my teeth, whatever. It's a cop out. I'm still just less. I love you guys. And I really wish the best for everybody out there. Hope you guys had a great holiday season, if you celebrate that or not, or whatever else. Hope you just had a good December, because everybody celebrate December. It's December, right? And I hope you guys have a good year. I hope you're all here with me, and I hope we're out and we get to go out and I win some races, you win some races, we drink some champagne together, and it'll be good. I ain't gonna never block you. I'm sure you guys aren't gonna block me. There's plenty of races and plenty of money to be made out here, so let's all just have a good year, help each other through it, and we'll get through it together. With that said, let's K out. One.